Okay, we are playing Final Girl Nancy, and she is going up against Doctor Fright, who is stalking the nightmares of the people who live on Maple Lane. We chose a new setup card called Revenge. Um, it just has him in the middle of a group of people. He's right here in the center, and then um, Nancy is starting in the Smalley house, which I guess are the people I'm staying with. We're just going to start off with our first action card. Oh, I should also point out that in this game, you have you're either awake or asleep. We're currently awake, so nothing can hurt us. And I often begin the game trying to focus and lower that horror track. We have learned that he really pumps that track up. And we're going to discard weak attack and short rest to bring about 2 successes, which lets us lower the horror track once, and it also lets us gain 2 time. Alright, we're in a house, so we can start searching right away, and we don't need to use this convince card to try to convince people to let us in. So that's kind of a helpful thing from the setup there. Oh, I have a sprint card. That's from the previous game. Sorry. I'm going to discard these 3 cards to gain 3 time. And that's going to bring us up to 11 minutes worth of stuff to purchase. So 11. We're going to search for 4. Improvise for 3. That's a total of 7. Sprint for 2. And 2 close calls. That totals 11. All right. So our time goes back up to 6 for the future hands, and becomes Doctor Fright's turn. And we start pulling these tarot cards and see what happens. Marked for death. Until the next killer phase, all victims in your space will immediately panic, or there are none. He targets me and moves once. Okay. He targets me and moves once. Well, he would have to go into this street space then. He then attacks me or a victim, and since there's a victim in his space, he kills it, and that means that his bloodlust goes up 1 already. And then it says if Dr. Fright did not attack you and you're awake, you fall asleep. Fortunately, I can still search for items, but we are now going to the boiler room, and we are asleep. At the end of every killer phase, you have to resolve a boiler room card if you're asleep. So we move. Oh my god, I think that's a piece of him, but his face is not there. So, or is it? No, it is. It is, he's there. We seem to get attacked by that every time, and I swear I shuffle this deck. So because I'm asleep, he attacks me. He only does 1 damage, but it hurts, so I take a damage. We then recycle these cards, and we take our hand for our next turn. We're going to try to improvise, which is so important. 3s and 4s. Well, let's spend a close call to just re-roll this 1 die. It fell out of my hand. It didn't really roll, but That's fine. 3s and 4s will count for this next roll as successes. So we will search. That made this a success because it was a 3. So we take the top item from our space, but it will cost us 1 time. And we are in a southwestern space. So we get a frickin' megaphone. What does that do? Once per action phase, you may move any victim on the board 1 space. But then the killer moves toward me because he hears me and knows where I am. Clever. They do make really clever cards. Okay. We're going to search again. Unfortunately, we don't get the benefit of the improvised card anymore. Oof. Do I want to spend 2 time to re-roll that? Or I could re-roll 1 die for free. I should be spending the time. Oh, thank God I didn't. Okay. So we would have had to lose 2. Now we only have to lose 1, but we get to take the next item there. And we find fireworks. You can spend 2 time to place the fireworks token in your space or an adjacent space, and it will basically lure the killer toward it instead of toward me. Okay, and now we have the sprint card, so we could use that to run out of here. Which we should probably do. Otherwise, I'm going to hold on to it, I think, and just stay in this house. No, we'll sprint, because saving victims is important in this game. I just hope I don't fail. I've totally failed, so I get hurt. I lose 2 time. And I would move 1 space, but if I did, I would be with him, and I don't want to do that because I'm asleep and he can hurt me. Okay, well, all that happened. He goes. Oh no, he doesn't go yet. What am I doing? I purchased cards. I have 4. I'm going to purchase all my 0 cards, and I'm going to take 2 guard cards for 4. Wait, did I have 4 or 2? Looked like I had 2. I should check the video to be sure. Yes, I did not have 4. I had only 2, so I can only buy 1 guard card. Okay, we're very honest around here. Okay, Frankie's coming for you. Let's see. If there are victims on the board, discard and draw the next terror card. Next terror card. It's too quiet. He moves toward me twice, and if he's in the same space as you, the horror goes up. Well, that will definitely happen because he's only 1 space away from me. So he enters my space, and that will raise the horror track 1. All right. Put these cards away. All right, we want to try to hold on to as much time as we can. Just do a short rest. I can discard 2 cards. Weak attack and focus in order to lose 1 time but heal 1 heart. Now let's walk out of here. Okay, 1 success, it costs a time, but we move 1 space, or I can discard 2 cards to move 2 spaces. I'm just going to discard to move the one space, and I'm going to go out into the street. I would need a convince card to enter some of these houses. So I could walk again, I could focus. Let's try walking again. Okay, it costs me a time, but we move another space. So we can't enter the home here, but we'll go into the intersection. Sorry. I was here and I moved into the intersection there. I'm going to focus because I'm worried about the horror track. And we get to lower it 1, which is nice, but it costs us 1 time. Okay, so we only have 2 time, and we're holding on to our guard card. So when we go to the planning phase, we can only spend 2. There are no 0 cards to get. I guess I should take convince in a close call. Or sprint and, no, yeah, a sprint for 2. Yeah, a sprint for 2. That's it. 1, 2. It goes back up to 6, and it becomes Dr. Fright's turn. It came right through the yard. Okay, that card says that he targets and moves and attacks, and then let's see if he's in a house or not. He moves for 1, so he targets, he moves, he's out in a street, he can't attack. He's not in a house. He then attacks anyone in his space. We then do an event. So he only got to move out of this house. None of those other conditions were met. So we are now going to pull the event card. Officer Cop. Place the cop car token at the exit of your choice. This is the little cop car right here. Or I think there's also, is this it maybe? There's another token that has it. Okay, each upkeep, move it 1 space toward the opposite exit. Victims in the space with the cop car move with it and are considered saved when they reach the other exit. That's cool. So we've got this policeman moving on the board every upkeep phase. So let's put that on the board at this exit. So he will be driving up the middle of the street and hopefully picking up those 2 victims unless something moves them or panics them. Also, I could use my megaphone to possibly draw them to me. Okay. We go now to the... Oh shoot, I'm asleep. So I can't interact with anybody. I have to do boiler room card. The next card comes out and the boiler room is empty. Then we do upkeep. And then we do Nancy's turn, where all she can do is sprint and guard. So she's going to run all right, she can move 2 spaces at the cost of 1 time. That's great because it costs her 1 time, but she moves 2 spaces. 1, picking up this person. 2, going to an exit space and saving them, which will let her earn 2 time, or take a planning card, or the long rest card. Let's take the planning card, actually. All right. We now go to purchase our 5 use our 5 time. We get all our 0 cards back. And then for 5, we can do a distraction for 3. And a sprint for 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it resets back up to 6. Make sure I have the proper amount of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Dr. Fright goes. They just got hit by a car. Oh my God. If there are no victims in any street spaces, discard. Well, there are. 1 victim in a street space of your choice is killed. Oh, that sucks. So one of those 2 people that the cop was going to pick up are basically murdered. Oh, and I forgot, during the upkeep phase, he was supposed to move how many spaces? 1? Yeah. All right. So we're going to consider this one got hit by a car. And that will cost his bloodlust to go up, which triggers the horror track. So the horror track goes up 1, back to where it started. He will now move to kill a victim. His movement speed is 1. So he can't go in there. That's good. So he'll move here because he can go into that house. All right. Geez, I forgot on my action phase to try to get out of the boiler room there. All right, next boiler room card. Next boiler room card, we're going to try to go up. He's there. I guess he appears once in all these different corners, so yeah, maybe I could have predicted where he might be. He attacks me. He does 1 damage. Ouch. Bringing me down to 2. Okay, then I'm so confused. It's the upkeep phase and the cop moves with this person. And the cards go back. And it's the top of a new round. Let's see, Nancy has guard, she has planning, she has all these other wonderful things she can do. She's going to do short rest, which gives her back 1 heart at the cost of 1 time. Okay, and then let's see. She's going to focus. No, she's not going to focus. We bought this distraction card. But before that, we're going to use, we just got to use these cards we have. Where's the planning attack? I put it down, didn't I? Yeah, I put those 2 down. We rested. Now we're distracting, but we're going to plan first. By planning, I have to spend 2 cards. Spend weak attack and focus to turn this into a success. So I get an additional 2 dice for the next horror roll, but it costs me 1 time. Now we will use those 4 dice to distract. All right. We want to spend 2 to turn this into a success, so we'll spend the other focus and a walk card. And that brings the horror track down twice. It was on 4, 1, 2. I gotta check. And gain 2 time. All right, that's huge. I then gotta decide if I'm gonna sprint or walk. I probably should. I probably should. But before we go to the purchase phase or leave the action phase, I'm gonna try to get out of the basement. Well, he's already been in the lower left, so there. We went into the lower left and he wasn't there. I guess we would have to go over the whole way. I don't know exactly, but we did all 4 cards. So because of that, we are awake. We shuffle these and we're awake again. All right. I'm going to sprint. We only get 2 dice. On 1 success, it costs us a time, but we can move 2 spaces. So she's going to run 1, 2 into the intersection with the cop and the victim. I think I'm then going to turn in my walk card to gain 1 time, and we now have 6 time we will use to spend to buy cards. Taking a quick pause though. Oh, this is great. It's worth recording stuff to go back and look. So yes, it was on 3, so it went down twice. It would have gone actually into the green here, which gives me an extra die to play with, which is awesome. Okay, we now have 6 time. I'm going to take... We don't have any weapons. I was going to say I'll take Furious Strike for 4, but we don't have any weapons. So I need to get into somebody's house. I'm going to sprint for 2, search for 2, that's 4, convince for 1, close call for 1, that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that's going to go right back up to 6 time. There are no 0 cost cards to purchase. And that is it. We have played, we've done the action phase. We woke up from the boiler room. We now go to his phase. He can't hurt me when we're awake. I wonder if he can hurt victims. I have to look. But you can't be where, you can't be here. You're dead. Dun dun dun. Do the following based on how many victims have died. Oh, only 1 has died, or 2? 2 have died? No, 1 has died. Who's this person down here? Oh, were they replaced with somebody? 1, well anyway, 1 to 3, bloodlust goes up. So his bloodlust rises. Oh yeah, it's 2 actually, yeah. And then he will target, move, and attack. He moves for 2 now. So he would move 1, 2 in our space. But I know he can't hurt me. Can he hurt victims? Do a quick rules check on that. Okay, the only references to awake and asleep and killing is between me and him. So he can't hurt me while I'm awake, but it doesn't say that he can't kill this person, so I assume he does, which means his bloodlust goes up, which causes the terror track to unfortunately go up, so I don't get that 3rd die anymore until I lower it again. And that's it for him. Now, because it's the upkeep phase, the cop keeps going, but there's nobody in his space. Since it's now, well, now we go into to continue upkeep, we put these cards away. Here's planning. So I never used that, huh? Or, anyway, Here's what I'm going to do. Now that it's the action phase, I'm going to move any victim on the board one space. But then he moves toward me. Well, he's already in my space. So I'm just going to use that megaphone to pull somebody out into the street because the doorway is here. Oh, any victim on the board one space. So 1, 2, and I'm going to have this person go out. Great. The cop next turn will save them. We have to keep Dr. Fright from moving somehow. I don't know if we can. Move any victim on the board one space. Yeah, I did it. I could put this guy in a exit space as well. Of course, you can't see what I'm pointing at. This is in case he attacks us. And then I was thinking that I would... Oh yeah, you know what? If you want something done right, you should probably just do it yourself. Let's try sprinting. Great. I'm going to discard convince and close call in order to make this a double success, so I can move 3 spaces at the cost of 1 time. And why wait for the cops? Move 1, get these 2 to follow me. Move 2. They are now all rescued. And then move, where's this machete? It's in the south. Pitchfork is up here though. So I'm gonna move into the boyfriend's house. There's nobody in there, so I don't have to convince my way in. And now I will gain 2 time. I will take the long rest card and put it in my hand. And I don't want to move 2 spaces. I guess I will heal 1. All right. Good job, Nance. Nancy just took shit into her own hands because why wait for the cop? She now has 7 she can purchase with. So I'm going to buy a search for 2. I get my 0 cards. We got search, we got our 0 cards. 3, 4, 5 for distraction, 6, 7, 8 for an improvise. All right, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got to discard 2 of our cards. We'll discard short rest, and we don't have to discard them. We actually just put them back in the tableau here. Short rest and focus. All right, we now have a hand of 10 cards. We have done our actions. We're not asleep, so we don't have to worry about the boiler room. It's now his turn. We are all gonna die. All right, so he moves and attacks, he moves and attacks, and for if no victims are killed, the bloodlust goes up twice. That's interesting. All right, he moves for 2. So if he's going to target victims, he's going to move 1, 2, nobody to kill, but then he goes 1 and he kills. And his bloodlust goes up 1. And his dark power is revealed. His dark power is Pitchfork Assault. Hey, didn't we have this before? Yeah, each time he damages me, he goes up 1. Huh, I shuffled them, but got the same one. So Doom Track is going to skyrocket, which means Bloodlust is going to skyrocket. But we got to start building some offensive cards, I think, so we can take the fight to him. So on upkeep, Officer Cop leaves the board. He would have rescued those people, but we did it ourselves. So Officer Cop is no longer in the game. And these cards go back in the tableau. Wait, do they? Yeah. And why didn't I take these? Oh, because I had too many cards. Thanks. Thanks for telling me. All right, then. Lots to do, and it all begins with an improvise. All right, 3s and 4s will count for this next roll, which is going to be a distraction. This happens so often. I got literally nothing. And this is one of the few times I don't have a close call card. So there's nothing I can do about this. I take the fail condition of losing 4 time, or 2 with the horror track going up. I'll lose 2 and let the horror track go up 1, which I can't believe I did. Let's see if we can bring it back down. All right, if I discard 2 cards, and I'll discard my walk cards, I can make this a success, and I can bring it back down 1, but lose a time. We're going to search this house. It sucks that I have to keep discarding cards, but I'll discard the other search and a weak attack to take the top item in my space. And I am in the northeast, so I get a pitchfork. 2-handed weapon, does 1 damage, and it can stop him attacking me. So worth it. That was worth it. I have long rest and guard, and I don't want to cash those in. So that means we just now have 4 time to buy cards with. I'm going to buy Furious Strike. Or is it too soon for that? We're going to have to start fighting soon. Maybe instead I'll get Retaliate. Because I'll get back Focus and Short Rest. Do I Retaliate? Maybe Guard and Sprint. No, Guard and 2 close calls. I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm a little. I'm not super confident about what I just did. Doctor Fright goes. A blurred reality. Until the next killer phase, you and Doctor Fright may damage each other even if you're awake. And with that, he's going to come looking for me. But he's not going to reach me. He's pretty far. He moves. 1, 2. Dark power or not, you're slow, dude. You're slow. Upkeep. Yep. Messy Tableau. Messy Tableau. It's my band name. All right. We're not using these. This is what we have to play with. So we don't need to rest. We're just going to try to successfully focus. All right. We're going to spend 2 time to re-roll that. Come on. Jesus. Spend another 2 time? I don't know. Wow. I'll discard a guard and a short rest for 1 frickin' success. That at least gives me a 3rd die. Until it goes back up, which it'll probably go up before I can even use that. And it costs me another time. So I only have 1 time left. Is that right? 3, 4, 5. That's right. We only have 1 time. So you get the 0 cost cards back and a convince card, I guess, because that's the only thing that's worth 1. And that's it. Now you go back up to 6. And we pull. He's only got like 3 tarot cards left. Pull a card, and but if this is a dream, then I can, if you're awake, immediately discard this card and resolve the next tarot card. Jeez. Something tells me that was actually a good card. Hellish Pursuit. While asleep, you must resolve 1 additional Boiler Room card, and he gets 2 additional hearts. Wah. And he's got no more tarot cards, so he's going to go into like crazy finale mode. So we've just got to start trying to attack. We're not going to use long rest or guard. I guess we could walk to start facing him. And I always want to focus. At least we have 3 dice. See if we can hold on to them. Yeah, we can. We can lower the horror track 1, and it costs us a time. So we have these 4 cards. I'm going to turn them all in for time. 1, 2, 3, 4. I now have 9 time. Critical blow for 6. Critical blow for 6. Sprint for 2. Close call for 1. All right. We're going to start getting aggressive. Spent all that. Goes back up to 6. Now it's his turn. There's no horror card to draw, so his finale card is revealed, which is... Oh, Face Your Fright. Did I not reset these from the last game? Okay, well, that puts me to sleep immediately. I have to face him. Glad I at least bought 1 attack card. So I am now asleep. I have to resolve an extra card. We're going to go down 1. Oh, crap. There he is. You little shit. He's right there. Damn it. He attacks me, and he attacks for 2. Well, I can finally use this guard card, or my pitchfork, but I'll use the guard card. And at least I can roll 3 dice. I can reduce the hit by 2 with 1 success. So it's a wash. He doesn't hit me at all. And that's why you have guard cards, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. That's the end of his phase, and we go into the upkeep. Oh, I was supposed to take those. Man, I do that every time. It's the drinking game. Every time I forget to take those cards, you just take a drink. All right. We're going to need to purchase stuff. But I did get a search card, didn't I? No, I got a sprint. Let's sprint. Do I discard 2? Yeah, I'll discard 2 cards to make 1 success there, which lets me move 2 spaces at the cost of 1 time. So I'll go 1, 2. I'm here. Kill me. Kill me. I'm here. Coming out to face him. I'm going to discard Close Call to earn myself 1 time so I can go into the planning phase. You know, if I can go rescue that 1 victim, I can fill this card. But anyway, I digress. We have 6 time. We get these 0 cards for free. Gonna get Furious Strike for 4 and Guard for 2. All right, spend 6 and then I reset it. All right, he's going to do his move now, which is right up here. He moves and attacks. He targets me, moves and attacks. While this card is in play, you're asleep. Yeah, that's it. It just puts me to sleep. It's not that big a deal. Okay, he comes to me. He moves 2, 1, 2, and he attacks me. But that's what I want because I'm a dream warrior. I should have bought Retaliate, but it's okay. I have Guard, and I have my Pitchfork. Yeah, we ignore all his damage. All right, and then we go into the action phase. Oh, no, we don't. I have to go through the boiler room. Even though I can never wake up, I still have to, like, wander his boiler room. Okay. All right. We're going to do a critical blow, and we're going to augment it with the Pitchfork. We don't have any mitigating cards, but we do have 3 dice. So on 1, we hit him twice, and the horror track goes down. And we do an extra damage with this. So we hit him for 3. 1, 2, 3. But the turn ends, unfortunately. So we can't do anything else. Those cards are spent. We go into the, oh yeah, once per action phase, you can move any victim. I forgot to do that. I'm going to call this guy to come outside. I could try to sprint to him. We're going to buy cards now. I'm going to buy, we have 6, so I'm going to buy a Retaliate for 4 and Guard for 2. Because I know he's going to attack me. We now go to his phase. He attacks me. He attacks me for 2. I'm lucky his bloodlust hasn't gone up any further. I'm going to retaliate using my Pitchfork. Yes. Ignore all the damage from his attack and do 2 plus my Pitchfork. So 1, 2, 3. I like it. I like it. I like it. We were ready for him. But then we have to try to leave the boiler room and he might hit us again. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. There he is. There he is. He hits for 2. Hope I'm doing that card right. He hits for 2, but we have Guard. Yeah, baby, and we ignore it again. You can't hurt me in my dreams. I know you have no power here. Okay, then we recycle these cards back into the tableau. I don't think it's a good idea for me to try to go and save this victim. I think I just have to focus on attacking, probably. So I will, you know, while I can, I'm going to do a furious strike with my pitchfork. I got to remember that I can use that pitchfork in order to block an entire attack. I'm going to discard my 2 walk, or a walk and a focus to gain a second success here. So we do 2 damage plus 1, and we lower the horror track. And it can't go any lower, so that actually earns us 1 time. Okay, and baby, 1, 2, 3. He can't believe it. No, this is supposed to be my world. It's my brain, dude. You're in my dream, motherfucker. Why not, right? Weak attack. What could go wrong? I could get hurt. I would have to discard these 2 just to do 1 hit. Actually, it'd be 2. Oh shit, let's do it. It could kill him. It probably won't, but it could. Alright, so we discard to get 1 success. And with that 1 success, we hit him for 1. Because we're down to that token, I get an additional die, which is nice. And we're going to see what's on the other side. Is he dead? Oh my god, no, he is not. No, he is not. No, he is not. He gets 3 life. Alright, he hangs on. I thought he was dead. You know, I thought he was defeated. And then, of course, he jumps back up and surprises me, because that's what horror movies are about. Okay, I don't have anything else except 7 time, so we're going to make purchases. Retaliate for 4. And improvise for 3. No. 4, 5, 6, and my 0 cost cards. We're going to leave 1 time on the table. So the reason I'm doing that is, like, very often you roll distraction and it doesn't, I mean improvise, and it doesn't end up working, but I can always spend time to re-roll with these. Normally I don't like doing that because of spending all the time, but like this is probably going to be the last round. He's going to attack me twice, so for 1 time I'm going to try to retaliate, and for the other time I'm going to use the pitchfork. So here we go. He attacks me for 2. I retaliate. You could argue I should have gotten a guard card instead of the 2 close calls to deal with that second attack, so I don't lose my pitchfork. But look at that, baby. We ignore all his damage and we do 2 to him. 1, 2. He's almost dead. Now he may not even attack me. One, 2, 3, 4. He's not there, so he doesn't attack me the second time. I think we can finish him off. I think we can finish him off. Leave a comment if I'm playing the boiler room wrong. Oh my god, I didn't leave myself an attack card. Oh. Oh my god, I was so excited. I forgot. I forgot, you guys. Oh wait, did I use my pitchfork? Because I hit him for 2. Did I take off the 3rd? Did I? Yes, yes, I forgot. I forgot. I checked. I forgot. I hit him for 2, and I forgot. I'm holding my pitchfork, and so that is 3. And Doctor Fright is no more. You thought you were the Dream Master, but I'm the Dream Warrior. Dun, 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 dun. Nancy. Nancy. She saved 4 people, and she killed Teddy Ruger, or whatever the name of Dr. Fright is, whatever his real name is. Wow, you guys. That was freaking awesome. That was awesome. Wow, I'm surprised. So I fought Dr. Fright 3 times. I recorded all 3. I don't know if I posted them all, but that was the 4th attempt, I believe, and we got him. So I'm gonna watch the video back, and hopefully I didn't make any major mistakes that would invalidate this win. But if you saw something, say something.